All right, what's up, guys? Didn't
Oh, are
just
we
talk to y'all
live
for the.
now?
Yeah, we're live now, man. It's
Oh,
live.
damn.
That was kind of
Quarantine,
like magic.
That
quarantine
was.
edition, quarantine edition,
Chill
man.
out, Scarlet Witch.
During that
Down.
whole time, Portillo was over there turning on his lights and stuff.
I was.
No, I've been here. What the heck?
He's like,
He pulled the Pietro on us, and he just.
yeah.
He was.
All right.
Man, what was it? Was it? Damn, I already forgot. I was like, damn. I was like, man, those 30 seconds feel like forever.
I know. I was like, why did you start it at 30? Why not like 15 or
I
something?
know. I was like, damn. It's because I was trying it out. All right. So, what's going on, guys? How y'all doing? How y'all been?
This is our yearly video.
It's a wellness check video.
How's it? Yeah, checking for symptoms. We had to COVID test before going live.
But man, it's good to see you guys, man. It's been a while, man.
Well,
Like,
right.
when's the last video I did? I think it's easily more than a year.
I think.
I think we did like a toy review.
I
Yeah,
think,
y'all did a toy review. I did a
I think-
podcast, I know.
I know that you all were doing videos consistently, and then I think me and Portillo did like two, like not recently, but maybe like what, about a year ago now. I don't even know. Damn, I don't even know. DC fandom, right? DC fandom was
I
like
think
the
so.
last.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, that's what it was. DC
Oh,
fan.
yeah.
DC fandom, and then the Hot Toy Superman. That's the only two that I remember. So it's been a long
Oh,
time,
yeah,
man.
that was it. The Superman.
Yeah. So it was like, damn, it's been a long time. But
We're
you
not
know,
here to talk about DC though, man. We're here to talk about
Yeah.
Marvel.
this is Mr. Stark 2093's domain.
Yeah, for sure, man.
So okay, first, before we get into the finale, what y'all think about, the whole season overall? Like starting from the beginning. What stood out to y'all?
I don't know, man. I like the style of the show. I think it's different. I like that Marvel's like I guess kind of going outside of their comfort zone a little bit, not all the way. They're still sticking to the Marvel formula somewhat, but the show was definitely like a breath of fresh air for sure. But I don't know, man. For me, I feel the pacing was off. I feel like the first 3 episodes could have been one damn episode.
I'm not gonna get into it until Portillo goes.
No, I mean, I agree with you. It's a different kind of pace. Of course, it's a TV show. It's not a movie.
Yeah,
But the production of every episode, even though it was 20 minutes, and the credits were another 20 minutes,
yeah.
it was pretty darn good. I was probably one of those few people that I was like, man, the first episode was kind of weird, but for some reason I really enjoyed it. And then the second episode happened, and it seemed like the last 2 minutes were like the most important ones of the show, because that's where it kind of connected to what was really happening, and it gave you an insight of what was the show gonna end up playing out like. Like how was Wanda, what is Wanda doing? Is it Wanda? Because of course we all know that Wanda's a superhero, right? She's not a villain or
So that's what we think.
so far from what we see from the Marvel movie.
So
right?
far,
Even though she did start as a villainish and ended up as a hero, I guess. But
yeah.
I mean, I was one of the few that was like, man, you know what? I dig this. I dig it. I think it's a different vibe. So I enjoyed it.
I think that the show has a special place in comics. It was very unique in the way they handled everything. Giving us all aspects of TV shows, which was pretty cool. But I think there's always two sides to everything. There's always like my TV show, like the fanatic of TV and movies, and then there's like the geek side, right? And the geek side's never satisfied with anything. You always want more.
Yeah,
And
man.
so I think the TV aspect of me was like, oh man, it was good. But I think the geek side of me, I was like, man, this show had so much potential. So much potential. And I don't think they're doing a season 2, right? I don't think they're going to go into that.
I mean, it said
Like,
series finale,
Yeah. So I think that's why I feel like I was kind of left out with a little bit of the potential that the show had. But I think that as a TV show, or, as a MCU cinematic experience, but in a TV style, was pretty good. It was
I
decent.
think there is going to be a season 2.
You think so?
Yep. And we'll get into it, I guess, because it kind of spoils a little bit if I talk about it. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but if we can talk about it at the end, because the very end has I feel like it could be a potential season 2 type of style, even though
Mhm.
people are saying that it connects over to the next movie that's supposed to be coming out.
Yeah.
But I do feel like that has a season 2 type of stylish after the movie comes out.
Yeah. Well, we'll
Because
see,
that
man.
movie, Doctor Strange is supposed to be coming out. Everybody knows Doctor Strange is supposed to be connected to WandaVision.
When
Yeah,
does
it's
that
supposed
come
to
out?
pick
Doctor
up
Next
right
year?
Strange,
after
the what?
When does that come out? Next year?
I think so.
2022. Yeah, it's
22,
2022.
2022?
right? Yeah.
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 Okay.
So maybe they're filming season 2 sometime this time, and then after the movie comes out, WandaVision 2 will probably be following right up.
Okay. And there's still a lot of character development that could be done with Vision if we were to talk about that, because technically if there was a season 2, we kind of have a reboot to that Vision. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but we'll talk about it right now when we talk about the finale and stuff. So, overall, man, if you were to talk about the finale, were y'all blown away with the finale?
Eh.
Nah, man. So it goes back to that point that Carlos made, right? It's when you're watching it as like a diehard fan, like the source material, you know where it's coming from, and then you also have like all that stuff, like they tease you, like the directors tell you,
Yeah.
they put in all these like hints and stuff, right? So then the freaking all the fandom's gonna go like wild, right? So they're gonna always feed off of like, oh, this could like potentially lead to Mephisto, or what if they're teasing Magneto, or they're finally meshing the Fox X-Men universe with the Marvel universe, when they brought in Evan Peters as Quicksilver, right? But you find out like none of that shit even amounts to anything. Like it was nothing.
No, I think it
Yeah.
does. I think it does. And here, I'm gonna tell you why. Right. The whole point of this is okay. Well, the whole point of WandaVision is to introduce the multiverse, right?
Mhm.
And that's how it was all supposed to start, with the House of M and all this other crap, right? Which it kind of did grab, parts from it, but at the same time, like they didn't do what I feel like they didn't do everything that they could have done, right?
No,
And
I mean they didn't even touch on the multiverse if you think about it.
So,
well,
I,
I think it's
dude,
subliminal, whatever the fuck you say it, because my bad, I don't know. I'm telling you, I'm fucking up today.
I understand what you're trying to say though.
But Evan Peters came out,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
In the world, that dude is
Was that-
Quicksilver.
Was that really him though?
So,
Was
like-
that even Evan Peters though? I mean, I don't-
Well,
could've-
it wasn't Evan Peters, but they say his name at the end too.
No,
I think
it
something
was
like Peter Gore or something like that.
No, it was Ralph Boner.
Ralph, yeah, that's what it was.
So
No, but
he's a different character in that world, like
No,
he's
but-
not
but-
Quicksilver.
But my question was that even Evan Peters, man? Like we don't
Nah.
even know what was.
So
So,
I do think that that's a hint towards the multiverse in its own way, because even though it's not the same name as Quicksilver, like he looks like him, right? So maybe that version was adopted and he got a different name.
Yeah, and honestly, I just think this was just a matter of like Marvel trolling everybody, right? Like that's
It could have been.
It just I felt like they were just trolling because everybody was like fixated, like, okay, WandaVision, here we go. Like they're gonna do the whole multiverse. They're gonna introduce it because of Kevin Feige even said WandaVision is gonna end and Doctor Strange is gonna pick right where WandaVision ends. So we already know Doctor Strange is bringing the multiverse because it's in the damn title of the movie.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So it sucks that we didn't get an actual, tease of the multiverse. Doctor Strange didn't even show up. Like all that shit that's going on with magic and stuff. They even name dropped the Sorcerer Supreme, and then he never shows up. Like, you kidding me? You're telling me this man who's like response to like everything, like he's making sure like reality stays in check and Wanda's actively manipulating reality. This man never shows up. Like it didn't make any sense.
That's one of my problems with WandaVision was like, I get it that each episode was only 20 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So it felt like 20 minutes at least. And so, at the end of the day, it was supposed to kind of be like, well, if you put it all together, it was like a mini movie, right? But like a lot of it was repetitive. Like I felt like a whole lot of it was just the buildup of her just getting the name the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah,
right?
that's exactly what it was.
Like I feel like for the last two episodes, it was just like the last episode, the biggest thing was you're the Scarlet Witch. But we found out that what the previous episode, right? And I feel like for like in where this fits in the MCU with all the movies that have come out, and this being, I mean, this is this is Marvel, man. This isn't Agents of Shield. This is Wanda. These are characters that came out in the Avengers movies. I feel like it didn't add up to anything. Like
No,
we Wanda, we knew she was the Scarlet Witch.
yes, we knew, like, right, fans know, right? Like, so, like, somebody that didn't read the comics, they're like, okay, that's Scarlet Witch. No, it's like, no, that's Wanda, bitch. Like,
Yeah, dude,
who's Scarlet Witch?
Yeah.
So
I think if we would have gotten like a Magneto story behind all this, then it would have been like crazy.
But so it and this is the problem, man. This is Marvel playing catch up with their female characters, right? They did the same shit with Black Widow, right? Black Widow still hasn't had her movie released,
dude.
They wait,
man.
Yeah, they wait till they kill her off in the MCU to decide, oh, we should probably make a movie for her,
which is messed up.
like, this is dumb. Now they want to, now I understand the legal rights and stuff, but now they want to completely retcon Wanda's backstory about getting her powers from the Soul Stone. You find out, no, she's had these powers all along. She's been a witch the entire time. So now they're diving deep into the Scarlet Witch storyline, right? Even got her costume and everything, which we'll talk about in the finale. But it just seems like they're playing catch up, right? It's like, okay, now this is Scarlet Witch, right? We hinted that this was Scarlet Witch in the 4 damn movies that she was already been in, but now she's officially Scarlet Witch, and it's cool. I liked it, but I feel like Carlos said, there was a lot more potential to do a lot more, because they fed you and they set you up to expect more.
Yeah.
I think that if WandaVision would have been set prior to the events of Endgame, right? I think it would have been more interesting, or Infinity War, because then we wouldn't be expecting more, right? Because we would have known, like, hey, and then it would have cut off halfway through to after or something. Then it would have been more interesting.
Well, the reason they did that was because, I mean, we did like you said, nobody knew that was a Scarlet Witch. I think what this show did, it ended up unlocking her full potential, which, in the comics seems to be sort of like she's the most powerful witch, right, in the Marvel universe, right? And if she reaches those potentials, she can go in a way in a bad. She can turn bad, right, or evil or whatever. I think that's what's happening at the end, right, where's the last end credit. There's 2 end credit scenes.
Yeah.
There's one at the very end, and I think that's what's happening, and I think that's where Doctor Strange ends up coming out. Because Doctor Strange is supposed to be the most powerful sorcerer, right, or something like that.
Yeah.
In the Marvel universe. So and at the end you hear the kids again, man, and you're like,
yeah,
oh, so is there really a multiverse? And is that the hint that that Kevin Feige and everybody was talking about, opening the multiverse world over into Doctor Strange, where Doctor Strange is eventually going to end up picking up right after?
Something that I find very interesting about all this is that nothing really relates to the universe, to the multiverse in the show, and even the ending to it, in my opinion, it still doesn't even like.
Well, it's not clear.
Yeah, like, and I know I have a feeling it's setting up for because I was trying to read up before we started this. I was like, there was a comic book story which was before the House of M, which was Avengers Disassembled, I think, where Scarlet Witch is attacking the Avengers because she went insane or delusional after losing her kids, and so this is that. I think that's what it is, right? But the thing is, it's like, that was always my question: were the kids even real? Because I think in the comics they weren't real at the beginning.
Well, they're a part of Mephisto.
Yeah, they were part of Mephisto.
So it's like soul or something like that.
So and and that's why people thought Mephisto was in the show. It's like, oh damn, they brought in the kids in the show. Okay, Mephisto's coming. Because
they thought that the bunny was Mephisto, bro.
Yeah, they thought everything was Mephisto. The crane,
or that was
every 5 seconds, Mephisto.
Yeah, that was the witch's brother. What was the witch's name? I can't remember right now. Agatha. Agatha. It was Agatha all along.
Although I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't. How did y'all feel about Agatha?
I liked her.
I thought she was a terrible villain, man.
I didn't really a villain though.
She was better as Agnes than she was Agatha.
I agree.
I don't, dude. There was, look, you know what? I was thinking about this. I was showering, and I was like, you know what Agatha needed? She needed a little Zack Snyder palette when she came out because it was very awkward. Like, I think I don't know, man. I thought Agatha was
Yeah.
very, I don't
And
know.
like what Juan said, like she was not really like the main villain. She's like a supporting villain, I guess. She was kind of there, just there, like right place at the right time, and she was kind of just benefiting from the situation. But
Yeah.
the show, the entire show, it's Scarlet Witch, right? Wanda's the villain of the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
And it sucks because Marvel doesn't really lean into it. I
No,
wish they would have leaned into it because they try to make you think that the freaking, what's that guy's name, the director guy.
oh, dude, I didn't like that guy, man. I don't know his
but
name. General,
even though
whatever.
whatever that guy said, the director guy, Director Dick, that's what I call him. He was a dick, right? But
you know who stole the show?
Woo.
I'm gonna just throw that out there. Go finish your thought. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Go finish.
But
Hayward. Hayward.
Yeah, there you go. Hayward, man. That guy who was a dick, right? And Marvel purposely shaped him to be a dick, even though in theory he wasn't doing anything wrong, right?
Nah.
He was trying to help these people.
Yeah.
But the show pitches you like, oh, this guy's shady. He's just, he's warmongering. He just wants to kill Wanda. But like, of course, Wanda's actively torturing these people. They've told you that these people are in pain. You've seen an episode where like she's looking at, or Vision's looking at one, and they're like crying.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There's like teardrops. So they're in pain. Wanda's torturing these people, but the show still makes you feel sorry for Wanda, right?
It's crazy.
Like
it is
kind of weird.
It's weird. Yeah, it's weird because she's the villain. She's the bad guy.
It's kind of like man, there was a movie that did that. I don't want to say it was Joker. There was another movie that might have done it too, that made you feel bad for the villain too. Man, I can't remember. I'm blanking out. I'll get back to you about that. But the psychological part is interesting. But with all this being said and done, I consider this like a little prelude issue before a big movie. Like in comics, before a big movie comes out, they always issue these little prelude comics, and they're like, this is where these people were at during these times before this happened. That's what I consider WandaVision.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I was expecting like WandaVision to do. I was like, man, 100% Doctor Strange is gonna come out of a little portal and be like, Wanda, I need you, and then boom, steps into the portal, and it steps into a portal, and then roll credits, and then then I would have been like, okay, this, but.
You see, man, and this is why I feel like Marvel stuck to their formula, right?
Mm-hmm.
The show would have been 10 times better if Wanda was just identified as the bad guy, right? Mm-hmm. She's the bad person. She kind of does accept what she did is wrong, but the show still, with the dialogue and just the way it sets up the scenes, right? Yeah. It makes you still feel bad for her, right? It's still, oh no, wait, we want you to make sure that she's still technically a hero. Hayward's the bad guy, right? Even though Hayward's the guy trying to save the people in the town. So, it's like, it's weird, man.
So would you rather if the show ended with her as a villain?
Yeah, for sure. And I think it still ended with her as a villain. It's just the show tried to make it seem like she wasn't. But even Monica understood, and this is the shit that pissed me off too, is that, Monica, who I loved in the show. I thought her character development, she was awesome. She was cool, man. At the end of that, in the season finale where she approaches Wanda after Wanda clears the hex or whatever and all this crap, and everybody's dogging her and hating her because they know what she did. They still, and that's the thing, they actively remember. So now you have this community of people that actively hate Wanda Maximoff. So Monica comes in, she's like, look, if I would have had your powers, I would have did the same thing. I would have brought my mom back or something, right? Still, she did something wrong. She just lets her go, right? If that were Loki, you think they would have let him walk? Hell no.
Nah, hell no.
They wouldn't have. Which is interesting. I think that but I mean, it kind of just shows you the story of a witch, always being not liked by the people and stuff like that.
That's what I get to say at the end.
Yeah, but how do you think this leads us to the multiverse? You think she's going to open the multiverse, or why would she open the multiverse though?
So the end definitely. Yeah, Juan's right. It's more of the end. I don't know if it's pertaining to the multiverse. So she has that book, right? And that's one of the books. I don't know if you guys noticed it. That's a book missing from Doctor Strange's library.
Yeah.
Those are the high level mystic books that have
chained to the wall, right?
Yeah,
dark magic, right?
Yeah, the dark code, right? So it's those are books based in dark magic, right? And whether or not it's explicitly leading to the multiverse, I'm not entirely sure, right? I think it's more of her learning how to use her powers now. And when she learns how to use her powers, maybe she can learn how to fully manifest them without having to have a specific hex, right? I can actually actively bring them back, right? Because that's her powers, right? She can manipulate reality. In the comics, she does that. She manipulates reality and she brings them back for good. So
All right.
they might be able to throw in the multiverse in there somehow. I'm not.
So does
What
she have
happened to
power?
White Vision?
He left. He took off.
He took off, right?
Yeah, he took off. He flipped. He was like, I need to go get some color. And
he went to the paint shop.
he went to that.
Paint.
He went to those. You remember GTA when you would?
He went to Little Shop. He went to go find Exhibit. He's like, I need you to pimp my ride.
That's funny because I was gonna put that song, that GTA song, the San Andreas one. I was gonna put it on a little video that I was posting on Instagram. But look, here's my question,
bro.
do you all think that Wanda had powers before the Mind Stone?
She did.
I mean, we can't tell, right? They told us that, so now we have to believe it.
Yeah,
which I think is kind of like, it's like they're just trying to like fix their stuff now.
Yeah, they have to, because now they have rights to the mutants, so now they can say, okay, Wanda was technically a mutant. We're just kidding about the Mind Stone.
But who's her dad?
And that's the thing. So I don't know how they're gonna fix this. Are they even gonna have Magneto be her dad? They can completely throw that out, man. Like, that's something that diehard fans know, but like a general public, they're not gonna care.
Her outfit reminded me so hard of the Magneto outfit from Apocalypse.
Yes, dude. It looked exactly like it, man, almost.
Which her outfit at the end?
Yeah, her final outfit, like her final form or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, that crown was badass. I felt like it was a mashup between her first costume and then the comic costume.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It looked cool, man. It looked awesome.
It looked cool. It looked badass. I like her hair too, man. Her hair looked wavy as hell, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, it was like a meme online that said, like she went from Wanda to Scarlet Witch to Scarlet Bitch, like off.
That's hilarious.
Had her hair all done and like the long nails and stuff.
I like it. I liked it too, but I still like the Infinity War one.
I actually liked her Age of Ultron costume, where she had like the red leather jacket and the black dress. Like, she had like on the gloves on. It would look cool.
Dude, is it just weird? She looked younger. She looks younger now than she did in that movie.
I could say. I mean, she doesn't age, man. She's aging like a fine wine.
Hell yeah.
But she's awesome. I mean, aside from all the plot holes and stuff, because man, for me there were just a tremendous amount of plot holes.
Was this filmed during COVID?
I think it was
some of it was
pre-COVID.
Because if it was filmed during COVID, I'd give it so much more slack. But because it's Marvel, I can't give it more slack. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. Maybe it was, man. But I still feel like Marvel had their plan set, right? They were gonna. That thing was fixed. They knew what they were gonna do, right? So like those plot holes that I'm talking about, like the one where they're like tracking Vision's at a vibranium signal, but that's not really Vision. Like, that's not really vibranium.
No,
but somehow they're tracking it. Like, I didn't understand that.
Well, if it's manipulating reality, wouldn't it technically be vibranium?
I don't think so. Even Wanda said like that's not really like you're just made up of my magic, right?
Yeah, but like if it's manipulating, if it's in this case, if she's making reality her own, and even though it's fake, right? To everybody, it happens to be real.
Yeah, so like that's if something's existing, right? So you saw that with like Monica's stuff, right? Her carbon fiber, she was able to change that to like pants, but it was still reading as carbon fiber.
Yeah.
But Vision, she manifested from her body, like
it is kind of weird, huh?
He's pure energy, right? It's not adamantium. Like she didn't change a material to turn into something else, right?
Yeah.
So like I don't know. I don't think they explained it right. Like they didn't explain how Darcy's like, oh yeah, I'm tracking like vibranium signal Vision. Like,
well, that was Hayward.
Hayward, yeah, like Hayward tracking, Hayward. Right? Even though they had the real Vision,
Yeah.
Y'all keep this going real quick. I need to switch headphones.
AirPods. Okay.
Let's talk
to the WHA-POOSH show, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, let's go. I'm down to it. I like Monica, man.
Man, I saw Monica and I was like, man, I like this girl, right? And then the next episode happened, and dude, I was like, what the hell? This girl is really good. Like, I felt like
Wanda
was the villain, like you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
even though it wasn't directly pointed at her, Monica was a hero.
No, and I think that was purposeful, right? Like,
Yeah.
and it was a mixture of Monica and Vision, right? Vision was trying to fix things too. Like he started catching on, but the way they made Monica reminded me a lot of Captain America, to be honest. With like she knows
Sorta.
that Scarlet Witch or Wanda's doing something wrong, but she still wants to help her,
Yeah.
right? Because she still feels like there's some good in there.
Yeah.
Because there is. It's just all the grief and all the pain that Wanda's been through, and her not being able to fully control her powers. It's taking over, right?
Yeah.
And they even tease that at the end, the last episode, right? It's like, oh, let's not make her full on evil, right? They
Yeah.
try to say that she really had no control over it fully.
Fully, yeah.
She was trying to keep it on an isolated level, and she started losing control, right? It just started expanding, and
Well, in,
it
a, in
went
a way, it made it seem like Wanda didn't know how to control.
exactly right. She doesn't, and she's learning.
Learning,
Now
yeah.
that she understands what she is, and I think maybe after that she'll eventually maybe then she'll transition to like the full villain or maybe anti-hero type thing that
Anti-hero,
they'll
yeah.
do. It's just I don't know. I like the way that they made Monica Rambeau seem like, oh no, I gotta help her. Like she's not the bad guy. Like you guys are making her like this villain. Like we can still save her, right? Type thing.
Yeah.
So I
The-
thought that
the-
was cool, man.
The one thing that they didn't elaborate in too much was what happened with her and Captain Marvel.
Yeah. So that was up in the air. Like it's almost like they have the bad blood or something.
You think that it was maybe because she didn't save her mom?
I don't know, or maybe because she wasn't around during that time when it happened.
Oh, it could have been, man. I don't know. It seemed kind of weird
Mhm.
that there's gonna be bad blood between them. I guess in a future movie, maybe Captain Marvel 2 or something.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest, man. I think I like Monica's powers more than Captain Marvel's.
And we don't even really know what Monica's powers are, right? She can
Well,
see the
radiation.
spectrum. Yeah, it's like radiation or something. I mean, that's her
Right.
hero name in the comics is Spectrum.
Spectrum. Wasn't
yeah,
it Photo?
Spectrum.
I thought it was Photon.
Photon was the mom, I think, was the name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you can see like there was a little teaser too of the mom's nickname on her nameplate. It said, "What was her mom's name?" Was it something Photon Rambo, right? On the mom's nameplate, right? So I like how they kind of tease her powers. I wish we'd have got a little bit more. But it seems like they're setting her up for like Nick Fury, Maria Rambo. There you go.
Mhm.
But they're definitely setting up Monica to come back in the future for sure. She's going to be in Captain Marvel 2.
I liked her, man. I like those powers too. The way like she kind of like was translucent in a way, like her body turned into jello or something.
It was weird. Like she can
kind of like I don't know.
She can like absorb energy almost.
The what?
It's like she was absorbing the energy, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like it. It looks cool, man. It looks cool on screen.
Cool. Yeah, that's what it is. I think that's the main part.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It's like the CGI was done really well. It doesn't look bad.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I was gonna tell you too? Did she have powers before she went into the Hex?
I don't think so. So they teased.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think the Hex did her molecules, right? Like redid her molecules.
It was messing with her DNA, and that's another thing that didn't follow up on. That's what we're like, okay,
that could have started the X-Men right there.
That's what we were thinking, right? So okay, Wanda's going to be the reason the X-Men.
The reason why I'm saying that is because when she came out of the Hex and they did X-rays on her, then things were white.
Yeah, her
like
DNA
you couldn't
was
see through her.
Yeah.
So the Hex originally messed her up, right?
It was altering her DNA.
That everybody in Westview is messed up.
Dude. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, everybody in Westview is messed up.
So I think maybe they did set up. That's how mutants happen, right? Or I guess
that could be one way.
What's that? What's that villain in Wolverine?
Sabretooth, Magneto,
Mr. Sinister.
No, the one that in the I can't think of.
Sure it's Mr.
The last
Sinister,
Wolverine, the one with James Mangold. He has that robotic arm.
Oh,
he's like half mutant too, right?
I don't think he was a mutant.
He's not a mutant.
Cable?
No, the reason why I say that is because you know how.
Oh no, he's a. I forgot his
cyborg.
Name. Yeah, he was a cyborg.
Yeah.
Oh, the reason why I say that is because there was military involved when the Hex happened.
Yeah.
So that could bring up the whole X-Men type Well, I was thinking about more like a Wolverine because in Wolverine they have like the whole military and stuff, and they try to stop mutants and shit.
Yeah, I don't know, man. And you see, that's one that's gonna be touchy because Wolverine is somebody that's lived through like World War One, World War Two, like all this stuff. Like he in the comics, Wolverine even fought with like Captain America.
Yeah,
So how are they just gonna just say like
that didn't happen.
he's supposed to be this being that's lived a long time, right? That's part of his power. That's part of his backstory. All the pain he's been through.
Yeah,
So like I don't know. Like all of a sudden he's like, oh, he just happened to be a person in the hex. There goes Wolverine. Like
that's kind of lame.
so I hope that's not the case.
Unless the multiverse happens and they decide
That's
to
exactly
like merge or bring them over or something.
That could be a
Like,
chance.
that's the only way that I can see it happening.
Something has to happen that's going to reboot everything in a way.
Yeah, they have to
Spider-Man?
retcon. I mean, they already. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Spider-Man could probably do it because we know Spider-Man. I mean, we don't know, but we
Man,
got
I
a feeling
thought-
Spider-Man's gonna be multiverse, dog.
I remember when.
You know what was one thing I did remember when I was looking when we were talking about it. This happened before Far From Home.
I think so.
So Far From Home, Wanda is already Scarlet Witch,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and she's probably in her cabin reading her book,
Mm-hmm.
right?
She's in her cat.
So when they're talking about the whole multiverse, at that time Peter already knows that that he's talking about what world, what was it, 901 or
616 and stuff like that.
616 or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like maybe that was like a hint about WandaVision and all that stuff. I don't know,
Maybe,
man.
man.
It's kind of weird that they bring all this stuff up, and these WandaVision happened right before that.
Mm-hmm. No, I think we just need to get more content, man, for us to to determine whether or not, because like we said, we went in there thinking it was going to be set up. We've have all these leaks and all these like news reports about they're Marvel's moving towards the multiverse. Spider-Man like bringing in Toby and Andrew apparently.
All those are
and,
fake.
all that stuff.
Unless they're trolling with us and they're trying to make it seem like this big old thing, but I don't know, man.
Well, remember when Mysterio was supposed to introduce the multiverse?
Yeah,
it seems kind of like far gone for now. Like I feel like we're gonna have to probably wait like another 2 or 3 movies to finally figure out what happened.
That's the thing that sucks. It's like look, think about it. How much? And I was thinking about this. I was like, how much can Black Widow set up the future of the MCU when this is a movie in the past? How much can the Eternals set up the MCU when this is a movie that's
in the past as well?
I don't think I don't, and I wouldn't think. I would think that the Eternals wouldn't really relate to Kang either, because I think Kang's Kang, whatever. How do you say his name? Kang? Is it Kang or Kang?
Kang, yeah.
So I was like, man, what would be the next movie to set everything up would be Spider-Man, right? So we got a whole year
or Shang-Chi as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Shang-Chi's supposed to come out in 2022.
Yeah. So we would have to see if Shang-Chi even relates to Wanda, though.
Well,
because
I don't think so.
He's related to Kang, right? Or
Shang-Chi? I don't think so. No.
No. So I don't. So
Winter and Falcon. What's it called? Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be right after the events of Endgame, right? Because of course, Sam has the shield and all that stuff.
Bucky got a haircut.
Yeah,
Is it after? Is it during the time of WandaVision?
Wait, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, we don't know.
I have to see
I hope that show brings a little bit of
WandaVision,
WandaVision, kind of left off with, because it'd be kind of weird for this to be.
I think they're gonna write this off.
Weird for it to be playing out on its own, and nobody knows that Wanda just took over a whole fucking city in New York.
Yeah, and you know what I'm thinking too is that maybe Doctor Strange is going to start he's probably in the multiverse as WandaVision's happening.
Either that or Wanda was strong enough to keep Doctor Strange away.
Like blocking. Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like the hex would have been strong enough because the whole thing was a hex, right? She was probably keeping that away from him too. Then that's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe that's what they're gonna say. That's why he couldn't, come. Or
how did Hayward find her then?
Yeah, but Hayward is just.
How did Hayward find her?
Plot story. Story.
They didn't say
plot story.
Convenience.
No, well, I mean, I think people were just. I think. Who was it? Damn, I don't know. Was it maybe Wu who called it in? Because remember at the beginning,
that was right. Yeah,
because remember
we gotta talk about Jimmy Woo, man.
Yeah, we got to talk about him. Isn't he? Is he not the one in Aquaman too?
No.
Yeah, he is.
He is.
He is.
Is he
He's
the
the
scientist?
scientist at the end. Yeah.
Right?
Bro,
It
what
is.
the hell?
And there goes the multiverse, bro. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I think Jimmy, because remember people were like kind of weird that they couldn't go in. Like
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
like, hey
Yeah,
man.
but how did he end up there though? That's what I want to know.
Well, that's where I think that's where they have the option of doing that Jimmy Woo Files thing. You heard about that? Did y'all hear about that? Like, I think it'd be cool to see that, man.
Because
I
like you have this idea like Westview's in the middle of nowhere. Like you, it's
I think
just
they
like
were.
a
I think they
little
were
corner.
searching a missing person.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Mm.
I think that's how it started. I think it was a missing person
There
case.
was something off. Like maybe people were Westview, or they were like, "Do you remember them?" I don't know, dude. I don't know.
It was
Maybe
something
somebody was just
weird.
driving
Yeah.
by.
This is
But
you see.
it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that rat that really saved everybody in Endgame that took out man. It's just a coincidence, you know.
Yeah.
Dude came in clutch, but
No,
okay,
No man, but
Vision-
Jimmy Woo's a badass character. That dude was
Vision-
badass. That dude can act.
dude, that guy when he did the magic trick, like that's when he earned his stripes right there.
yeah, the callback to like Ant-Man. I thought that
Ant-Man
was
and
awesome,
stuff.
man.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I think the dude is cool. He's funny. Technically, he's Jim from The Office, and
His name is Randall Park, right?
I don't
Yeah,
know his
Randall.
real name,
Yeah, Randall Park.
but
I
that
know.
guy,
He deserves his own show for sure, though. I like
Yeah.
that idea of like the Jimmy Files and him like
him
No.
and the girl from Thor together in a show. would be
Darcy?
yeah,
perfect.
Darcy.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
You know, and like they pitched like I think the show is like pitching him like discovering like X-Men members and shit like that.
That'd be perfect,
Like,
man.
That would be cool.
That would be dope, man.
It-
Hey,
dude,
but
dude.
Darcy was cool too, man.
Dude,
Darcy's like that geek.
just what you
that
said,
you-
bro. Just what you said.
What?
Finding the X-Men, the
Oh.
X-Files, bro. Come on, man. Come
The
on, that's it right
X-Files.
there.
Marvel's X Files.
Marvel's X-Files.
Fucking get copyrighted real fast.
Dude, I'm pretty sure they could just buy the X-Files at this point. Like,
Yeah, they could buy anything, man.
I'm waiting for them to buy DC. So
Nah.
They have just buy let Zack Snyder do a Marvel movie.
That's what this was missing though, man. This was too PG. I feel like it needed to be PG-13.
I agree.
No, I mean, you saw some like
F-bombs.
They were- not F-bombs, but there is some dark stuff in there, man.
There is, but like I feel like it is a Disney Plus. This could have easily been a Disney Channel show, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhat. There's like some dark stuff, like with the whole psychological,
Yeah, with the
Aspect
whole
of Wanda.
messing with their mind and
Yeah.
stuff.
messing with their mind and stuff, and like showing what she went through, like her parents like dying with the explosion. That scene was crazy, dude.
Yeah, that scene was crazy.
That scene scared the hell out of me when it was like boom, it just like blew up out of nowhere. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Why did they blame the Avengers in
Well, they
Age of
blame
Ultron?
Stark.
No, in Age of Ultron. Oh, they blame Stark?
They blame
blame
Stark.
Stark.
Yeah,
Because
it
I
was her
remember.
missile.
Oh yeah, you're right. It was Baron Zemo who was like, and the Avengers they just went home, but that was
Yeah.
Baron Zemo. Never mind. I had that confused for a while. I was like, yeah, because I was like, man, they were little. I was like, where the heck were the Avengers really there
Yeah.
fighting there? So I was like, man, what the fuck? I was like, what have I been
I mean,
watching?
so like obviously now we can tell like there's a lot of stuff that went on in the show, right? Like there were some good things, man. I don't think it wasn't bad. I think it was a solid show, but there was opportunities where they could have taken it that they didn't kind of pay off in the end, right? So
Take
Yeah.
it
you
where?
know,
To
take
the
it like
To the multiverse.
like blatantly lead you to where the next
Yeah, no,
chapter of the MCU is going to go, right? Why
Yeah.
not? Why wouldn't you use that?
And considering how each episode was 20 minutes, dude, come on, bro. You might as well. I mean, if it was gonna be just a soap opera, you might as well made 45-minute episodes. Because
Yeah.
damn, was I surprised every time? I remember the first time the Please Stand By show thing came out, I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I was like, all right, when do we
Man, but
resume?
it's 'cause
Right?
okay, so the thing is that they're trying to make a quality a movie quality show,
Mm-hmm.
right? So they have a budget, right? And the budget might have maybe for a 40-minute show probably wouldn't have been there for every single one.
Yeah.
So that's probably why they left the longest episodes for the last. And I mean, there was a lot of effects, and they all look great.
Yeah, they did.
They all look great. So I mean, maybe
But
that played a little bit into it. With like there was so little.
But
time.
speaking of the budget, it's like Vision was human half the time. And if you think about it, I was like, man, if you think about the actors that were in there, who was A-list? Elizabeth Olsen.
Catherine Hahn is an A-list actor
Catherine
actress.
Hahn's pretty, yeah. But I
Yeah,
mean, and then they had the lady from That 70s Show, right? The mom.
yeah, that
Oh
one.
yeah.
And so I was
Hey
thinking,
man, that did feel like that 70s show type of vibe.
Yeah.
I was like, where did this all this money go, man? Because I didn't even see any marketing for it.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. I felt like a lot of the show was filler, dude.
Yeah, it did, but it was only 20-minute filler,
It's
which was
20
so weird.
It's a 15-minute filler with 5 minutes of excitement.
And so
And that's why.
it was a weird show, man. Because it was 20 minutes, and then it was like, I mean, how much material was actually like relevant to the main storyline of everything? 5 minutes,
The
10
last 5
minutes?
minutes.
The
And
last
that's why I
5
think like the first 3 episodes, that could have been one episode, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Like it was just so much filler. Like it's just setting up the whole like sitcom vibe. I was like, I think after the first, like, okay, I get it. She's manipulates a sitcom. Now, once I think it didn't start like till episode 4 when you start seeing okay how she's manipulating everything. I'm like, okay, now it's getting interesting.
If you would have brought Michael Scott to the Office episode, I would have forgiven everything, man. If you would have made a little cameo, that would have been.
And just that's the thing. And don't even get me started like with the cameo opportunities. There's so much like the name drops that were done, and there's just no follow up. That some of them were so bad, like the aerospace engineer, right? Everybody had theories like, okay, that's Reed Richards, right? Who was an aerospace engineer in the comics.
Yeah.
And then they approached the director about it, and he's like, sorry, there was never anything leading up to that. I'm like, you moron, dude.
It was a bunch of teasing.
But that aerospace
Jesus.
engineer ended up being somebody at the end.
Was it?
I think
Was
it
it
was
like that
girl,
person
right? It
that
was the
designed
girl.
like the truck?
Is it
or
the girl?
something?
Was it the girl that
The
that
scroll girl? The scroll girl?
No,
The
I don't
scroll,
think
yeah.
so.
She wasn't.
I don't think
Man,
so.
she looked like the aerospace engineer. She's the one who brought the tank to Monica.
Oh, you're talking about that girl.
Yeah, the one that brought the
Wait.
tank. Yeah,
Was that she wasn't a scroll though, right?
it wasn't the
She's
same
a
scroll. No,
Yeah,
it wasn't the
that's a
same girl.
different girl.
Is that the same lady?
Mm-mm.
Are you sure?
Different lady. Yeah, I'm
don't
pretty
think it was
sure.
Because
the
in
same
that
lady.
episode where she brings the tank in, she's like, "Hey, your mom, your mom's. Oh, I always cared about your mom or something like that, and I'm sorry, and I'm sorry about what happened or something like that." And I feel like that lady was trying to give her a hint, like, "Hey, man, like I'm here to protect you, right? I'm on your side," because technically she went around Hayward to bring her the tank.
Yeah,
I think it's
I
the
don't
same
know.
lady.
Maybe I don't know. Don't even get me started. Like I think the scrolls are dumb. I'm not liking the direction they're going with the scrolls.
When
Oh
they
man, that
could've
was
done the secret
that
invasion-
was the first end credit scene. I was like, man, I say they took her to the movie theater. I was like, man,
I'm like, how many scroll end credit scenes are we gonna get? Because didn't we get one in Far From Home or something?
I think so. Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
one with
we
Nick
did,
Fury.
right?
Yeah.
That's the one with Nick Fury in space.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
man, dude, I don't care about these guys. Like it's already like the makeup looks terrible. Like it looks so bad.
I know that the next phase they had said that the next phase of
Secret Wars, right, or something.
Avengers. No, not that. It was just that it was not going to be as intricate as everything that happened before. The
Yeah.
whole Infinity Saga, and I understand it's a lot of work, man, a lot of planning. But it's like, damn, bro, you set the bar high, man. You can't pull that plug on us now and be like, hey, man, all right, we did everything. Which
like quality's just gonna drop or something.
yeah, and I'm not saying quality's gonna drop, but come on, man, like you got to do another big thing, man, because you got a lot of people pulling, and I think, man, I was thinking too. I was like, I think their cards were really hit because when you look back, if you ask me, like of the Avengers that were left for the next Avengers, considering that Spider-Man's not even under Marvel, it's like who was left? It was Doctor Strange and Black Panther, and unfortunately, may rest in peace, we lost Black Panther. And I know they're gonna recast him, but it's never gonna be the same.
No, he's not getting recasted.
No, yeah. I'm sorry, they're gonna switch the role to somebody else, but it's like, man, whoever it's gonna be, it's not gonna be the same thing, and that just leaves you with Doctor Strange. Because then you just I feel like you just did this should have set up Wanda to be the next big thing or something, and I feel like it teased us, but it didn't do that.
No, and this is why I feel like they need to speed up because they already announced an X-Men movie, they already announced the Fantastic Four movie. Why not plant the seeds now in WandaVision? Like I don't understand. Like it's just you're hoping like people just that's the only thing that's going to make this next phase of Marvel interesting. People knowing that the X-Men and Fantastic Four are coming, because one, Tom Holland, after Spider-Man 3 comes out, that's the end of his contract. Are they going to agree to another, set of movies? I don't know. And the way Kevin Feige pitched is like he wanted Tom Holland to be more involved. He wants Tom Holland to be a staple for the next phase, right? So eventually Spider-Man, if they continue, Spider-Man will be your Iron Man level in terms of leadership in the Avengers, right? He's going to be a top tier hero for this next phase, right? He was a low tier hero in this original phase. Now this going on, it's going to be Spider-Man, Doctor Strange. They need to bring in the Fantastic Four. You got the X-Men. The X-Men is going to be the key thing.
That's going to be huge.
Because you have so much opportunity. You got you have the Dark Phoenix storyline if they want to do that, which they're technically doing that with WandaVision right now, like with Wanda.
That's what I felt. Yeah,
it's the same thing. Like. They just did it better than Fox did, right? WandaVision was kind of like a Dark Phoenix story.
It was.
It's just there's so many things. They already announced Blade, and
Deadpool.
Got Daredevil coming. So
yeah, it's crazy to think about all the potential that they have, and I agree with what you're saying about planting the seeds now.
Yeah,
because now I wonder how much Falcon and Winter Soldier are gonna give us, because I think that show's gonna solely now after seeing WandaVision, I think
it's gonna be isolated. Yeah.
It's just gonna be about the Shield, who's gonna becoming the next, owning the Shield, and I wonder what that show's gonna end with. Like I wonder,
wasn't that show supposed to be the comedy part? Like it's supposed to be like a comedy show.
Yeah, it's like a buddy cop show,
like a buddy cop. Yeah,
that's how they pitch, and it's nuts, man, because. Kevin Feige is saying that he wants these shows to have the quality of movies, right? But the shows aren't setting up the implications that these movies do, right? You go watch a Marvel movie, that should send something else up for the next movie.
Yeah,
this didn't feel that way. It's just like, okay, what does that mean? Mm-hmm. Oh, that might mean multiverse, I guess, or that might mean that she's going full on bad because she's reading the Darkhold, but we don't know. Like, there's no definitive thing. And, there's no big bad. It would seem that they're setting up Wanda to be the big bad, right? And that was teased that, in Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, that Wanda's going to be the villain of that movie. Will they follow through with that? Because the way the vibe I got in the show, it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah.
And this seems like, don't get me wrong, Wanda. Wanda should have just stayed a good person in a way, instead of going bad, because they had the potential of using Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
As a big person, because they are. I think the next big bad. I don't know. It's probably gonna be.
Should be Doctor Doom. Yeah, man. It should be Doctor.
Like him bringing in the. Because you're bringing in X-Men and Fantastic Four. You're tangling in could possibly waste a lot of material there. Right,
for sure, man. Sure.
Because it's like, if this is all a shared universe, how are the X-Men, Fantastic Four, and Avengers all in the same freaking world and not all helping each other at all? You know what I mean? It's always story, but I don't know, man. They all live in New York.
You have those pieces, man. You have those pieces there with the Fantastic Four. You have Doctor Doom. You have Galactus. You have Silver Surfer. Bro, like, come on, man. Like, you have Kong the Conqueror, who's technically Fantastic Four as well. It's time traveling. Who's going to be introduced in Ant-Man Quantumania, right? Which that one, you have the quantum verse or the microverse, whatever you want to call it. So we, based off of movie titles, we know where they're going, but we haven't seen shit leading up to that at all.
Yeah.
So it sucks, man.
I wonder when we're going to get our next Avengers movie.
I don't see one anytime soon.
When did Endgame release? 2 years ago, right?
Has it been 2 years?
I think.
Oh crap!
And
it was 2019.
That's crazy, man. It's been 2 years for real.
Yeah, and the fucking figures haven't released yet.
I just got my Iron Man. I'm pissed off.
But just think about this. Yeah, it was 2 years ago. But just think about it. Like, we're not gonna see another Avengers movie for another 5 years, bro.
Yeah, that's.
Well, maybe after Shang-Chi.
We'll see.
I think that's the last movie, right?
Shang-Chi? No. I
Which
think the last movie
is supposed to come out for this phase.
It is. No, it's Spider-Man.
It's Doctor Strange. It's Doctor Strange.
That's the last movie that's supposed to come out
this year? Or are we talking about the phase?
No, not this year. No, not this year. Like in general for the phase.
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
Because they announced several. Some of them are supposed to come out in 2022. Like Doctor Strange is supposed to come out 2022.
Black Panther 2 supposed to come out too, no? Next year?
2022, I think.
Yeah.
Dude, you see, it's so much shit. It's like it's not clear that I don't even know what the slate is anymore. Like it's just
Dude,
I know Blade's
we'd
in
have
there
to look it
somewhere.
up.
You know, it's also because we haven't had any cons that we're not updated a lot. You know, we would have had a con already. We would have known like, oh, the next 20 movies already. But right
And you
now,
know, like Fantastic Four is in there somewhere too because they just announced the movie. Maybe
Yeah.
X-Men as well. Like it's just I don't know, man. It's just so much. It's just I feel like it's all muddled up now.
it is. I think that they need to take it easy and just bust out the big guns right away. Snooper's gonna snoop.
Snooper's gonna snoop, man.
What's up,
Keep
man?
snooping.
That's my boy Adam. He's our Portillo. He's the one that's gonna take the detox.
Who?
I remember I was telling you if you wanted the other detox.
Oh, yeah.
He's the one that's gonna take the other detox. But we're trying to get rid of those.
Oh man, but so it's I don't know, the future of Marvel, like, it's just a little bit more muddy. Like, it seems like the big team up movies, like the Avengers style movies, are kind of going to be old news.
Yeah.
But it seems like they're going to go with more like team up stuff, right? Like putting other characters in other people's movies, right? So like Spider-Man going to have Daredevil, right? So Daredevil's making his first MCU appearance at least in Spider-Man, and then
Charlie
Doctor
Cox,
Strange,
right?
Yeah, Charlie Cox coming back from Netflix, series, but Doctor Strange is going to have Wanda, Thor's going to have the Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yeah, Doc Ock is supposed to come back too.
Yeah, so Doc Ock's supposed to be in Spider-Man, but
there's a lot of people that are coming back.
I don't see those Avenger level movies.
No, I don't see them either.
They're a lot of work, man. They're really hard to plan. Like the last ones they had to shoot back to back.
That's going back to that, intertwining like they did the other, the fabricating of everything that they did for the last Infinity Saga, I guess. What is this saga called? The multiverse saga?
There's nothing because there's no villain yet, right?
They're still coming up with it. Yeah. I mean, it's just I think I'm like I said, like, man, like, they set the bar so high on themselves that it's like it's hard for them. Because I mean, think about it, man. How excited are you gonna be for Black Widow? When you because she
I'm excited. I want to see it, like Taskmaster and all that.
I am. But think about how excited you're gonna be knowing that she's already dead.
What's the build up here? It's not really
obviously maybe passing the mantle.
You should take a new a friend that's new to the universe, right? Who hasn't seen any of the Infinity Saga, and just at the end of the movie be like, yeah, she dies.
He's like, damn, I can't wait for part 2. Oh, by the way, she's dead already.
She's dead already.
I know, right? Take somebody who has never seen anything, be like, hey man, this is a good movie, bro.
You never know, man. They might reveal that in Endgame it was a clone the entire time, because
it was a scroll. It was a scroll. It was a scroll.
The comics, yeah, a scroll, right?
Oh, dude, shit.
Bro, going back to the future, it's like, dude, what about Magneto, bro? When is he gonna come into all this?
And I don't see Marvel using Magneto as a big villain because he's been the villain in like the MC in the Fox movie.
They're planning on doing a Dark Phoenix. That thing's been done like 7 times.
I don't think they're going to do
3 movies.
They just did it right now.
Yeah.
Huh? Oh well, yeah, I guess.
It's the same thing. Like Marvel wants to do their own thing, right? So if it's been done already, they're not going to do it again.
Is Hugh Jackman going to pop out? Is Hugh Jackman going to pop out in Spider-Man?
That would be cool, man. I think Deadpool.
Oh, Deadpool would be funnier.
I think Deadpool will
Deadpool staying rated R.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. And imagine if Deadpool had a Disney Plus show. That would be freaking hilarious.
Oh man, that would
not
kill it.
Not if it's 20 minutes.
That would kill it.
30 episodes, but just like little, like him just going through like the multiverse or something.
That would be so sick, man.
Is Falcon and Winter Soldier also 20-minute episodes?
No, they're long.
Yeah, they probably all are.
Thank God.
It's only 6 episodes long too.
You know what's messed up? That show's supposed to come out right after Justice League.
The next day, right?
Next day, man. Way to steal the show, bro.
So I was talking to Isis about this. Snyder Cut releases at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm about to knock it out at 2 a.m., bro.
All 4 hours, baby.
I'm about to knock out all 4 hours at 2 a.m. I remember when we were talking about watching Endgame like at 1 a.m, coming out at 4.
Didn't we go see it at 1 a.m?
Nah, we didn't.
No, I saw it at 4:30. I was looking at my tickets on Fandango to see if I wanted to go see
That's right. I think I did go to the midnight show though.
Man, that's just crazy. He came out like at 3:30, bro.
But look at that, man. That's how underwhelming the finale of WandaVision was. We're over here talking about other movies now.
Okay, dude. You know, I'm not gonna say
It's
anything.
fictional, man. Phenomenal acting. Like freaking, what's his name? Paul Bettany. His Vision is dude.
He killed it.
He did so damn good, man. Like his just the way he shows emotion. That finale, that scene where he's doing the philosophy battle, basically.
Dude,
With
that's
White
pretty.
Vision.
That's what we look like talking to each other, bro.
Yeah. They're doing like the whole argument about Theseus's boat and stuff. Like I thought that was awesome.
Dude, I was like, damn, I'm about to use that in at work the next Monday, bro. I'm gonna use that.
What's her
the
name?
writing, particularly besides all the great acting, the writing was phenomenal.
Yeah, the writing's good, man. Like it wasn't too bad. It wasn't cheesy, but I think the writing was only good because they delivered it really well, right? Like Wanda,
exactly.
Like Elizabeth Olsen should get an Emmy, dude. She did really freaking good.
Yeah,
like her acting, dude. She played different eras.
That line from the second, it was the second to last episode. Maybe it was the third season, episode 5 or 4, where he talks about grieving.
Yeah, grieving is like love persevering. Like that was awesome.
Dude,
I was like, what the hell, dude? Like, dude, that just hit right in the feels, man. It was crazy. I was like, man, this that's when you know the show was really good. It's like, man, I'm so into it. This thing is it's awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah, man. It wasn't bad. It was an excellent show. It just for the fanboys, you just pissed off a lot of fanboys.
Yeah, man. Because even Darcy, like halfway through the show, she kind of just disappeared.
What the hell, dude? Like, why'd you cut her screen time? They pulled a Thor 2 on her again, dude. Like,
yeah. She had so much potential.
She shows up at the end, crashing the car.
Yeah, dude. She came out of nowhere. I was like,
and then she's like, see you in prison, and then that's it. You never saw her again.
Yeah, you never saw her again.
We'll see her in 10 years. We'll see her in 10 years in like fucking, I don't know, some random ass spin-off show.
Yeah, man. It's
and then she's not supposed to come out in Thor either, huh?
I don't think she's gonna be in Thor.
Man, that kind of sucks because I like her character. It's like that dorky nerd that always finds a solution to everything, which is cool.
Yeah. So he's asking about White Vision. What do y'all think's gonna happen to White Vision?
So
when in the comics, isn't it in the comics he kind of like finds himself again? Well, he's technically Vision. He's not White Vision.
He's Vision, right? He's got his memories back. Well, they gave him his memories back. He activated that part of his mind. In terms of where he went, I have no clue, man. Like, there's so many theories out there, but I think he kind of just went to kind of clear his mind, right?
He went to a cabin on the other side of the world.
Yeah. The first thing you would do is like, okay, I got all my memories back. Why the hell did you not go to your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Like, who's actively fighting a witch right now and all kinds of shit.
But you know what it is though, and that's the most important thing. Vision, White Vision, is Vision without a soul. And the Mind Stone is what gave him that humanity.
Yeah.
That humanity that he had in Age of Ultron, and so on and so forth. But that's what I think. That's why he left.
Yeah, he has the memories there, but he doesn't feel.
He doesn't feel like the way he did. Yeah. So like at one point he might have loved Wanda, but like now he's like, I don't know what love is. Like I don't feel it anymore. Like I used to.
What happens in the comics too, right?
That's the whole show on its own, bro. Yeah. Just him discovering.
I think that's what it goes into. That's another reason why it goes into season 2. Like I feel like maybe this is gonna end up coming.
Yeah, that's what I'll come
whole, and Vision is gonna end up reuniting with Wanda some way or another. Maybe Wanda, like you said, figures out how to manifest the kids without the hex.
I could see him
ends up giving Vision back the Soul Stone without really having the Soul Stone.
Yeah. It's interesting, but I don't know his role in the comics as White Vision. Like what happens to him? I know he comes back as White Vision, but I didn't really look into his comic book background.
Basically, like what Juan said, right? He doesn't have like that soul, right? So
yeah,
he doesn't feel the same way like he did for Wanda, so he's just basically back to android Vision, or
I wonder if he's gonna work with Wanda.
Well, the thing in the comics, from what I heard and I've read, he merges with the Vision from another multiverse.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
So and that's how he ends up getting back to the way he was
himself.
So, and this is Does Wanda even know? No, Wanda doesn't know.
She doesn't know, because if not, she'd be out there in the same cabin.
Yeah, be trying to get some more.
Which
points
she knows.
going.
She knows
To
he
be honest with
exists.
you, that was kind of weird. That's why I asked earlier, like, where the hell did he go? I mean, nope, we don't know anything about him after he just took off.
The last time that this happened, it was kind of like Hulk and Natasha, where Hulk kind of went off into his own world.
Man, that was a weird ass storyline.
And so it's always like maybe they're not trying to be found. You know, I wonder if I know for sure Scarlet Witch doesn't want to be found because she's going through so much. Like after that, and that's where
also she's wanted by the authorities. So,
so is Captain America's team, bro. All of them were criminals. They were in jail.
Like just walked into the building where they're like the people that are looking for us. Like, sorry, I'm done asking for forgiveness.
Oh yeah, that's what I call writing right there. I'm just kidding. Yeah, but man, I don't know. I think it left us with more questions than it left us with. You know, normally we finish a movie or something, we're like, damn, bro, like all these ideas and stuff. We're like, man, all these possibilities that could happen. And I think after this one, it's kind of like it just left us with questions of what could have happened instead of what could happen.
Like confusing questions. Like, what the hell? Where's this going? You know?
Yeah.
So I think that's the only problem when the other like end credit scenes, like the movies that gave you more definitive, okay, I know where this is going. This is easy because we knew the next movie that was coming out, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we got to link them somehow. But this one, like, we know what's coming out. It's Falcon and Winter Soldier. But it did nothing. Like, okay, we know it's not related to Falcon and Winter Soldier. We've heard from Kevin Feige that it's going to link to Doctor Strange. Did nothing to link it to Doctor Strange other than name dropping the Sorcerer Supreme. They didn't even say Doctor Strange.
Yeah. I saw a picture on Instagram yesterday during the day while I was at work before I saw WandaVision, and I you know, you're scrolling through your like feed and it was a picture of Vision and Doctor Strange and the same thing, and I remember I was like, damn, I just spoiled it for myself, and I was like, I was like, damn it, they fucking got me, bro. Yeah. I remember I was like, man, I already know what's gonna happen. I was like, I expected it to happen, but it didn't. And then I was like, man. And then I finished it, and I was like, so where's Doctor Strange? I was like,
the wrong world.
Man, I wrote a long ass fucking message to that guy who posted that picture. I was like, man, you're full of shit, bro.
We need you in the writers' room now. Call Marvel.
I could hear Alfred in the back, like some men just want to watch the world burn. And I was pissed, dude. I was like, he's gonna show up any minute. I was just wait. And nothing, bro. I was like, Mesfito. Yeah.
20 more minutes of credits rolled in. That's what happened.
Dude, man, the credits were longer than the episodes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I mean, all in all, I guess like we can all decide. Like, we enjoyed the show. I enjoyed watching the show.
Yeah, I think like I said, the TV show side of us, I think would give it a pretty good rating. I'm not gonna give it a skill, but I think the geek side of us was kind of like, damn.
Like the Marvel side, right? Like what Marvel has like trained us to expect. We didn't get that from here. So
and it sucks because this is the first Marvel thing we've got in over a year. Right?
Yeah.
It's been a while, dude.
The last thing we got was Spider-Man, right? Or no?
Far From Home? I think so,
that was the last thing we got.
Oh yeah.
That was the last thing we got.
And the pandemic happened.
Holy crap, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm telling you. It's been a long time since all that happened. So it's like we went into the blimp, but we lived through the blimp. You know, it's not like it just happened in seconds.
Yeah, we've lived the blips. Like, dude, what the hell? No Marvel movie in 2 years?
I know. I was like,
I don't know, man. But yeah, I mean,
watch our next video. We're gonna talk about Tom and Jerry and how good that movie was.
Okay, I haven't seen that movie. But it did not catch my attention. And I was a Tom and Jerry fan when I was a kid.
It was all right, man. Like I think the original cartoons are way better. I tried to watch
better. Yeah.
I still vouch by Dora the Explorer. That one was fire, dude.
That one actually wasn't.
I'm telling you, that one was good.
That one wasn't too bad. I was surprised.
I was very surprised. I remember I took my sister and I was like, okay. I was telling my brother, I was like, all right, bro, I'm just gonna be on my phone. And the whole time I was watching it more than my sister.
Yeah.
I gave her the phone and she was on the phone and I was the one watching.
Carlos went home, he's like, Dora the Explorer, Hot Toys.
Yeah, bro. They hold us when they didn't release a boots. No,
Like $300. Take my money. I don't give a damn.
dude, 210, bro. 210. And you know what? Sideshow cruises with shipping, bro.
You better come with the map too.
You
Dude,
gotta go find the lost city of gold, right?
you have to get the exclusive to get the backpack that talks.
Oh
Damn.
man, that's so funny, dude.
Hey man, but honestly, yeah, we got to do one in a week or so from this 2 weeks. Snyder cut.
Falcon,
Snyder cut was Falcon.
Falcon Winter Soldier.
Damn, I don't even know. Oh, King Kong Godzilla is coming out.
Oh yeah, dude, that one looks dope.
That's gonna be a good month, man. It's gonna be a real good month.
In April.
What'd y'all think about that trailer?
Which
Fire, man, we got Mortal Kombat.
Oh, for real, Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, man.
Get over here.
We got plenty of other videos that we can do, man. But
Yeah.
Probably release. Probably we're on the same schedule as Marvel. Is what I'm gonna say.
we'll do a video in like next year. Man, this is like my first time doing this, and I think it's really cool that Carlos put this together, man. So I mean, in the comments, let us know what y'all think of this. I think this is pretty cool.
Yeah. And this is gonna go up to YouTube right now too, so it'll be on there already, so people who missed it can catch up to us. But
I like this, man. I think this is cool. You know, we talk.
For sure,
it's live, right? It's gonna go right up, right away, right?
No mistakes, bro. No mistakes.
No mistakes.
No editing, baby.
No, hell nah.
I was like, damn.
We look us in our house.
I remember in your videos,
in our office.
In the other videos, we used to be all swole. Now the only one that's swole is Christian because of all the Photoshop we used to do and the post.
Oh yeah, for real.
Can't do that live. Nah, but yeah, for sure. We'll get back together and we'll do another one in a couple 2 years or so. But you know, we'll get there. We'll maybe by the time Loki ends, we'll finish another one.
Well, if you subscribe, thank you.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
105 strong.
105. Hey man, 100. I was happy when we hit 100. So like,
hell yeah.
Now we're at 105. I'm like, what the? Like,
no, we're not sponsored by StreamYard.
No, it's a free. I wish StreamYard.
I wish.
If you're listening, if you're watching, give us a free upgrade.
Yeah, give me a T-shirt with that like duck logo. That thing looks fire, dude.
That's gonna be the next WHA-POOSH logo right there.
That hat. That's what it's supposed to be. That hat.
You know, like I'm gonna do the Supreme shirt, but it's gonna be the duck in the middle instead of everything else.
Nice.
But all right. You know, I appreciate everybody that watches this, and you know, I appreciate everybody for coming out again. And hopefully we'll get together again pretty soon. Hopefully within a week or so, 2 weeks at least.
2 weeks at least, yeah. 2 weeks.
At least 3 weeks now. It's like 3 weeks until it's like a week until after we decide to film.
It'll be 2 weeks.
Yeah. I'll be down that
Winter Soldier for sure.
Let me see. Let me do the math. I'll be done by 6 a.m. I'll be ready at 6 a.m. when Snyder Cut releases.
For sure. Just let me know, man. But
right, man.
Yeah, we'll make sure you guys are all like informed. I think we'll let Carlos handle the schedule and just keep following the show on Instagram.
And you know, I have a couple of people that wanted to hop on for the Snyder Cut, so maybe we can add more people and just hang out.
Nice,
talk about the Snyder Cut, you know, because I know Christian's just gonna be like ripping us apart when the Snyder Cut comes out.
Hey man, I'm excited for it, dude. I went and bought my black suit Superman T-shirt, so I'm ready.
Damn, you need to send me the link to that one. But yeah, man. All right, well, we're gonna cut it off here. I appreciate it, everybody who was here. Thank you, Adam, and you got swag. Yeah. Delayed response, quarantine edition. Dude, my sister's always like, "Welcome back to the WHA-POOSH."
We gotta have her open it.
Dude, she's freaking hilarious, bro. All right, I'm gonna end this here. Peace out. Let me end it here.